But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Sure, they got one leg.
What's up, y'all?
Whoa, hold on.
Is that Linus Tech Tech?
You do something. What you be doing?
I'm on here freestyling for people, man. Can I do a freestyle for you guys?
That's that dude! That's that TikToker!
Oh, damn. Yo, can I do a freestyle for you guys?
Give us one. Wait, turn up.
Hold on. We gotta give him words. We gotta give him words.
Give me the most creative, challenging words you can think of.
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ambidextrous. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Another big one.
Another big
Chronicle.
one. Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. All right.
Okay. Revolutionary.
Ambidextrous, chronicle, Afghanistan, and revolutionary. Those are the words? Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Other artists really need to get their flex up. When it come to freestyles, yo, I'm next up. I be shining kinda like my man's necklace. Use both sides of my brain, I'm ambidextrous. I'm the freshest type. They can feel the vibes from left to right. Y'all know that I'm the dopest on jams. Ambidextrous, cause I can use both of my hands. Then again, it don't matter if I'm right or left-handed, cause I never write it. I hope you understand it. I provide it right off the tip of the brain. And when I'm spitting for my people, all my shit is insane. I make it happen. I'ma kick a rap verse. Shout to my homie with the necklace and the black shirt. Filming on the phone, gotta get it on your camera. They got questions, Harry is the answer. Yeah, I'm about to make it known. When I rhyme, I be entering the crazy zone. Thank you for the words, y'all came up with the good stuff. Shout the homie chilling in the middle with his hood up. I go beyond your flow, going places other rappers wanna go. Do it by myself, no sponsor, bro. I'm delivering the rap chronicles. You're the level, I go beyond it. Matter of fact, I'm about to get you lifted like the Chronic. Can't nobody else rock this way. High like the Chronic, that's where the Dr. Dre. H-Mac, I'ma put it down. Every time I'm rhyming, they be loving my sound. Can't nobody really do it like me. Winning in my psyche. Shout my homie who be rocking Nike on the zip up. I get props whenever I be spitting. They gon' see me on TikTok for hip hop. I'ma put it down for all of y'all. I be cold shivery. This here is the Chronicle delivery. Delivering the magazine and the periodical. I got the hottest flow, you know I brought it, bro. I ain't never slipping. Yeah, y'all just be assistant. I'm Michael Jordan. These rappers like Pippen. Think they on my level, homie? They be tripping. I grip the mic and then I'm about to slam the jam from LA to Afghanistan. I'm about to break it down till I find my peace. They put my music in the Middle East, yeah. All my lyrics are gigantic, I'm about to make a panic. They can feel my shit across the whole planet, yeah. Lyrics is what I'm about to push. He was like, yo, he's rapping right now. He said, shush, please be quiet, he's really getting down. I'ma blow your mind with the rhymes that's profound. I be doing me, and y'all know they never doing Harry. When it come to lyrics, all my flows are revolutionary. What I mean to say is when I'm spitting off the brain, I be revolutionary, go against the grain. I'm about to make a change the whole earth. I'm about to blow your mind with the freestyle verse. The beat style, but I wasn't ready to end. H-Mac be the freestyle internet trend, let's go.
Yo!
What's up, man?
Are you a TikToker?
Yeah, I'm on here doing freestyle raps for people. Could I do a freestyle for you?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, dope. I need your help, because I'm gonna improvise.
Okay.
Can you give me like a song topic?
Okay. A grizzly bear drinking milk.
A grizzly bear drinking milk.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude, I love it. Oh wow, you got a grizzly bear on your mug right there?
Yeah, it's milk. That's
You
what I
drinking
thought
milk
of it.
out of there?
Yes.
Oh wow,
Okay.
so this makes so much sense. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Let's go. Yeah, 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 okay, yeah, come on, yeah. Any forest, I get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. I said my fur, it be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. Hey, yo, my fur, it be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk, yeah, I'm a grizzly, it's mad facts, us bears, we got a bad rap, yeah, people aren't really aware, when they see us while they hiking, yo, they get scared, they like, no, that's that dude, that grizzly that's really gonna steal our food, damn, hey, yo, his size is godly, he might even catch us and eat our bodies, yeah, people think that I'ma eat them raw, people scared of my teeth, scared of my claws, people scared cause my size is giant, and they know in a fight that I'm certain to triumph. But here's the thing, I don't like people. I'm not a bad guy, I'm not evil. Nah, that's not the way I'm built. I ain't gonna eat you, I just want your milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. I said my fur, it be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. Hey, I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear, yeah. And my fur, it be smoother than silk. Hey, I'm just out here drinking milk. Yeah, real big how I been built. I'm not really a fan of the skim milk. I do invent, loving to drink the 2%. Yeah, and y'all know I don't make people feel the wrath. I want the half and half, yeah. Yo, look in my eyes, they so dreamy. Pour me a glass of milk that's mad creamy. All the milk, you know it shook me. But hey, I think I'll need some cookies. Yeah, that's gonna make sure my mood don't get low. When I got the cookies, I can dip those. Yeah, if I got the milk, it's a miracle. Yeah, I might need a bowl of cereal. Ah shit, man, he even had the prop. Y'all know we drinking non-stop. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. Hey, I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. Yeah, and my fur, it be smoother than silk. Hey, so I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. Yeah, I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. Hey, and my fur, it be smoother than silk. Come on, I'm just out here drinking milk. Yeah, I'm about to make you aware. If you got milk, better pour a glass for the bears. Yeah, I'm out here getting busy. Pour me a glass of milk for this grizzly. Yeah, I'ma make you aware. Hey, go and pour a glass of milk for the bears. Hey, y'all know the milk got me amped. And if you don't pour me a cup, I'll terrorize your camp. Let's go.
You insane.
There we go. How we going, Gadgies? Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, it's actually good to see you, but it'd be better to see you, but I can't actually see you, but it's good to see you. Good to see you guys. Bless. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Let's see who is in the house. Let me go down the YouTube side. Sandro, bless you, brother. Good to see you, babe. Always a pleasure. Jim Enos, yo, yo, yo. Dogs, bless you, bro. Saddle Bomb, good to see you, man. Evan, yo, good to see you. That's it. Got 8 in at the minute, so. Jim Enos, here we go. But it's good to see you guys. Good to see you. Bless you. Thanks for joining us here. We've got because the what you call it, House of David finished, the whole lot finished. He slew Goliath, chopped his napper off, so it's finished for this season. Dare say there'll be a season next year, or later on, whatever. So someone mentioned, "Oh, have you seen The Chosen?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't even know it was such a thing." And yeah, it's got 4 seasons, and it's Jesus thing. So yes, we've got to start season 1, do 2 episodes. We've got a little topic on YouTube first. It's just a video by Moon about hell and earth. It's not actually like a biblical type hell. It's more like depravity and stuff like that on the earth sort of thing. So it's not like a scriptural hell on earth type thing. So there you go. But yeah, we'll have a little topic and then we'll head over to Rumble. Well, like I say, Rumble's always on. We'll cut off the YouTube line and then Yeah, Rumble. So let's get some of Jim's observations up for now. See if we get any more peepses coming in. Jimmy boy, where are you? There you are. Go to channel. In the forest, I get busy there. I'm a mofo grizzly bear. Right, here we go. Share the screen. Jimanus. Alright, here we go. Okay, what we got 20 hours ago. Let's go down. We're seeing them. That's in 8 minutes, a bit long. Alright, this one. Hey, Carl FL, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. If anybody's been flats, is obviously you've seen the trailer of the TFE trailer. Another work of fiction, just like the actual trip to Antarctica. Yes, they went, but it's still a work of fiction. So yeah, the trailer is just the start of another work of fiction. We'll have a quick look at that before we go on to the main topic. Let's do a different one because that one's a leaving minutes. Let's do a different one. Ding, ding, ding. One more. And we'll get on. Yes. Right. Let's see. There we go. Hey, sound right there, bro.
PJ, you're looking a bit lonely there.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Just, you know the score. It's always a bit quiet to start off with. You good, though?
Yeah.
Bless,
Yeah,
man.
I just tried to upload a video of me singing karaoke in Cooper's townhouse in Liverpool, where I went a couple of weeks ago.
Aye.
Last week. And he says it's bloody copyright, so no, it's not allowed.
Well, it's bro because some of the music in the pub was but it shouldn't make a difference. I don't know. Maybe they copyright the stuff.
Yeah, but there's millions of people singing karaoke.
Yeah, that's mad.
Weird.
See what I mean? See the things they get funny about. It's weird, man. It's weird.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, chilling. There's the banner up for you. Look, chilling. It says, "Chilling, we love you, and so does Jesus. God bless, man. Prayers, peace. Prayers, peace. Prayers, peace. Prayers, peace. Love, love, love." Bless, brother. Right, let's do it.
Yeah. Aaron watches it.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, she told me that. You just clicked on and thought I was doing a rap tune about you. You thought I was, right, you thought I was rapping when I said that. Nice. Let's try it again. It's like comes back. The music went. Dude, can't do it. Music went. Music went. Chilling, we love you, and so does Jesus. God bless, man. Prayers, peace, prayers, peace, prayers, peace, love, love, love. There you go, Chili. There's your rap, man. There's your rap. That was bars, bro. Bars. Is Justin in the house? Justin in the house. Hey, Justin, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. Who else? Who else? We got anything else? But yeah, chilling. Good to see. I just funny. Right, let's have another wee looky at this final experiment. That I downloaded it, so I didn't have to give him another view. So there you go. So it doesn't count for a view in his YouTube. So I just got a link, downloaded it, so it doesn't class as a view. Trixie. You know what I mean, Sandro? It's got to be done, bro.
What's that?
I said the TFE trailer. I downloaded it, so we could just we could have a look at it now. I know we did in Flat Says, but some people that wasn't there in Flat Says, so we'll have a quick. It's only 2 minutes, but I'm saying I downloaded it, so I didn't have to give them a view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of them, innit? I'm saying
Go for it. Go for it.
Right, let's do it. Video file. Yeah, we know what they are. They're like video files as well. Right, let's have a date. And I'll be deleting it as soon as we played it.
Hey everyone, we are live from Antarctica.
It's never been done before. I can't.
Yes, they went to Antarctica. Right, watch out for the weather and everything here in this trailer. Nothing like the weather we've seen on the actual footage they gave us. Watch this, guys.
Find any evidence of any flat earther going to Antarctica. You certainly can't find any evidence of a group of flat and globe earthers going together to try and prove each other wrong.
I was alerted that our flight was the #1 tracked flight yesterday.
They were
the #1 track flight. Look at that.
Who alerted him?
Yeah, exactly. That's,
have you got somebody watching everybody tracked flight?
Aye, that's his pride kicking
Informing him.
Aye, exactly. That's his pride kicking in, bro.
400 miles in.
Whoa.
So this was part of the final experiment.
Look at this.
I was shocked that it's the 21st century and people are still debating the shape of the Earth.
We are shocked too. That it's the 20th century. 21st century, right? And you still think the world's a ball flying through an imaginary fairy tale space vacuum. Come on, bro. Come on.
I didn't know what I was going to do yet. I just needed to find it. Just a perfect final experiment.
That was the McToon and them, and they're both in the same room there. I bet they put them beds close together when they went to sleep. If you have a quick look, the beds are apart. I bet they stuck them when they went to sleep. They put them close together just to get a little bit cozy, you know. Yeah, because they're all right with each other. They know they're all right. They know their sexuality and stuff like that. They're fine. They're men. Bunch of idiots. Again, 9 strangers. Were they strangers? No, definitely not. Now this footage is definitely that. Look at the snow whipping up and everything like that. And you know what I mean? It looks freezing cold. They've got the hoods up. It's wild as hell. On their footage, did we see anything like that? Snow's whipping up. You know what I mean? Windy as hell. We didn't see nothing like that. But on the trailer, we do. What the hell?
Yeah. Where's the blue skies?
Yes, exactly. And later on, where's the blue shadows? Baza. Hey, bro. Good to see you. What was that? I hate the part I didn't know what I was going to do, so he feels he needs to prove it. Why? Literally no one else has bothered before. Well, that's it. It's exactly Baza. Exactly, man. It's about his pride, bro. It's about his pride. And he's definitely got a hate for Flat Earth for some reason.
I had heard so many videos from flat earthers stating that Antarctica does hold the key to the truth.
We know. I mean, yes, people used to say that way back when. People's opinions changed. And every time you try to debunk someone saying that they used to say this about 24-hour sun. If it's not there, then it's a flat earth. If it is there for 24 hours, then you got it. It's like, well, that was way back when, and people thought about it more after that. Every time you used a video to try and show that people had said that, it was always old videos, bro. Always old videos.
Yeah, look at Toon there.
Huh?
Look at Toon there with his little book and his little whatever it is he's looking through, tries to look scientific.
That's his book where he takes names. You know, he takes names. He takes names and kicks ass. You know, Toon. Kicks ass, man.
Yeah.
I kick his ass, I'm telling you. Easy.
Here to do the science, to partner with people that
know nothing about science, McTurin. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean it. Absolutely nothing. Everything you say is friggin' pseudoscience.
want to partner.
Now look. Sorry, go back. We stopped it earlier. I managed to stop it. When was it, Flags? Now look at that sun there. Did you see anything like that on their footage? Did the sun look like that on their footage at all? Look at them divergence. Look at that. Did the footage that they put out have a sun like that? Perfectly round, perfectly bloody divergent rays coming off of it, you know? Exactly, Bazza. Sorry, I was reading that. Everything Duffy says. Right, hold on. Everything Duffy says is a lie. He didn't do any research or talk to flat earth people at all. He got a phone call with a deal. Yes, absolutely, 100%. That's the complete truth of it. It's a money thing.
He's 100% a liar.
1
minute he says he knew nothing about flat Earth, the next thing he was holding confident debates with flat earthers.
Yeah, he said at the beginning when he talked to KIC, Sean, he said, "Yeah, no, I haven't researched any of it. Neither heliocentrism nor flat Earth. But yet he debated it, like Sandro said. Bullshit. This was all in the plan, all in the making, from time ago.
I think people will look back on of us going as something that is special.
I just heard about it. I thought this.
Joe King explores the realm. How you doing, Joe King? Good to see you, bro. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? I need to see what the dummy wrote in that book. I looked through my special spy camera and found out that Earth is a globe. Definitely, bro. Good to see you, Joe King.
Was something that I wanted to participate in. I mean, it just excited me, the whole idea.
He maintains that it is to move the discussion forward.
Oh, it just excited him. The whole idea. Oh, he got a tickle at that, didn't he? Little shit.
What I ended up learning throughout this journey was something that I would have never seen coming.
Big up to God.
Something I would never have seen coming. Armageddon. No, that's hot. This is just pure scripted, man. It's pure scripted. This is all bullshit again. Another work of fiction.
Because he has a funny way. He has a funny way of humbling people.
This is not what we agreed to. You guys are changing the rules. If that's what you guys want your legacy.
Who has a funny way of humbling people? Do you know about Duffy? Anyway, again, sun, rays. Did we get any footage like that on their evidence? No, none.
That's fine.
We can't just have a discussion about maybe just staying here? I mean, I'm not even sure that any of us would object to it.
I'll be there.
Greatest conspiracy of all time. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. This is a flop. This is a little movie. This is bullshit.
Too important to me.
Done. Right. Remove. There you go. Done. Never to be seen again. I am going to remove it off my files. Get lost. Stay away. And let's delete you bugger. Downloads. Right click. Right click. No. Left click, sorry, idiot. Right click, there it is, sorry. Delete. Thank you. Right, let's get the video up. Let's get the video up. Like I said, it's from that guy Moon. Did I put it in the link? Yeah, I did put it in the description. Yeah, his link is in the description. It's nothing about scriptural hell or anything like that. It's just, I mean, I made the thumbnail look like that because it looked pretty cool, but nothing about scriptural hell. You know what I mean? On earth or anything like that. It's just talking about, hey babe, how you doing, bro? How you doing, bro? How you doing, babe?
Why the fuck is Roger gone live?
What, is Roger live now?
He's just gone live.
Yeah, he's live.
What? He said
He
he was
does
going
this
live.
all the time. Do
He
you know
said
what?
he
It
was going
pees
live.
me right off. And I'll tell you why. PJ used to stream in the mornings. Then Roger started streaming in the mornings. PJ streams in the afternoons. Roger will go to stream in the afternoon. And PJ streams at night. So Roger starts streaming at
Well,
the
I
same
can't see
time.
that he's live.
He's live. I've just checked.
No way. He is as well. No way. I'm taking it off.
This is what pisses me off. Like, we're all meant to support each other, not try and rob each other's viewers.
Don't worry about that. Oh well, whatever. Okay.
He's only got 3.
No.
3 people with shite taste. Sorry.
Whatever.
Anyway, hello, Vicky.
I've left him.
Hello.
I've left him a message.
I'm going now anyway. I just come to tell you that.
It's good. It's Mikey. It's because I think Mikey Smith's in there, so maybe he could do it tomorrow or something. Not to do it tonight. I don't know. Whatever.
No, like, he knew you were going live. Flats asked him, and you and him spoke about it, and he was like, no, not till after. And then he does it. This is what pisses me off, right? He doesn't do it when Flats is on. He doesn't do it when Sov's on. He doesn't do it when QE's on. So why does he do it every single time you're on?
No. Oh, I know that, Aaron. I know that, guys. Don't worry about it. But
no, it just
no,
annoys
of course
me.
not. No, of course not. But the thing is, he said, I try not to clash with anyone. You know what I mean? And Roger seems to try and clash with me all the time. But he said he wasn't going live tonight. He said he was live the day after tomorrow. But now he's gone live, so I don't know. We already spoke about it live in Flaxes, but it's one of them. Let's get the video up.
No, but even like in some of the starts of his streams now, he plays the same observations and music that you do.
Yeah, I know, but it's Jim, so that's cool. It's Jim's observations, but he got
No,
the
I know
idea
that.
from me, obviously.
Yeah, there's time zones involved as well.
But you know, I don't get it. Anyway, I'm going now because I need to go sleep.
All right, babe.
Night, Vicky.
Night, love you. Bye.
Breathing air so toxic your lungs bleed, where children are born with deformities from the metals in their mother's blood. Picture sleeping in a wire cage, your body contorted in a space smaller than a prison cell, as cockroaches crawl beneath your...
No, I haven't had the cockroaches crawl beneath me, but yes, I've been squeezed into a little prison box for 3 years. 3-year sentence, not actually for 3 years. It was just over a year and a half. But yeah, I was stuck in that. I went from... Oh, you'll know them, Sandra. I went from, I was 20. This is when I was done with manslaughter. And I got remanded, Sandra, so I was 20. So, because I wasn't 21, not quite, I went to Glen Parva. No. I was too young for Borstal. Borstal was done by the time I was jail age. I was... Glen Parva, and then ended up in Brinsford. Then I turned 20. Well, Brinsford's in Wolverhampton near Blakenhurst. No, not Blakenhurst.
Yeah, it's near me.
Yeah, it's Brinsford, the YOs, and then you had the other men's jail next to it, but it was Brinsford. And then when I turned 21, Fenced in, yes. When Featherstone, not Fenced Featherstone. It was me said it wrong, not you. From there, yeah, I know. From there, when I turned 21, I was meant to go to Blakenhurst, and at the time, Blakenhurst charged your own key and all that kind of crap. But they stitched us up and put us to bloody the Green, Winson Green, man. So from Winson Green, I was there for a month, and then I got catseed. So I went to Stafford Jail. And Stafford Jail for Cat C is more like a Cat B. So I tried to get back up to Scotland and ended up in Accrington, Morpeth. And I got as far as there. I thought, sack it, I'll stay here. This is a decent enough jail. It was cool enough. And then I still had to go up to Scotland to answer to another charge. So I had to go to Durham, then over the border, Durham for a week, Durham jail, and that's a Cat A, Cat B. You know what I mean? Old school jail. And then I went from there over the borders to Scotland, into Sogton in Edinburgh. I was there for a week. Went to Peterhead Court after a week. Back to Sogton, back to Durham, back to Accrington, finished my sentence. I had a trip that 3 year sentence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you had a good tour around without the sightseeing.
Well, that's it. Some people get to do that. Some people rot away in the Green.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Right, let's have a look at this.
Back. From toxic wastelands where nothing grows, to sprawling slums ruled by gangs who execute trespassers on sight. These are the most horrifying urban hells ever seen. So let's go and take a journey.
It does look terrible though, doesn't it? It's awful. It's awful.
Around the world to see the lives of people living in hell on Earth. Here we are in what was once the most densely populated place on Earth, the Kowloon walled city. Now imagine for a moment, a single city block housing 50,000 people.
Look at how squished together those high-rises are, and how close they are in proximity to each other. There's no space, like your window back up onto somebody else's window, and that's across the block, you know? What's that, Heron? What's that, Heron? Oh, you'll be over. So I didn't think you were going live, Roger. You said you weren't going live when we was in Flatz's. All right, cool. See you in a bit.
All crammed into just 6.4 acres of land. That's roughly 3.3.
I know, babe. I remember you telling me that. Glenparva was the first person I ever went to visit for a Ruffers FK. Women scraping outside while waiting for a visit. Scraping? What do you mean scraping? Scrapping. It's got another P in there, babe. You need another P. Scrapping. If you're talking about fighting. Yeah, you need another P in there, babe. Or that, because that says scraping.
Million people per square mile. The buildings grow so close together that sunlight never reached the ground level. Hundreds of unplanned structures were built on top of each other, creating a three-dimensional...
That's what I mean. It's so bloody packed together. I watched this thing today in Japan, but they like these apartments, right, in Japan, and it was like a little triangle block, and the end of the block was literally less than a meter wide, and it went in a triangle to about as wide as, I don't know, the width of two cars, the breadth of two cars. A car and a half. And when they went upstairs, it was so crazy. The little rooms, man. They had umpteen rooms, but they were so little. It's crazy. I might try and look for the video in my history to show you a little bit. I'll play this and have a look.
Maze of corridors, staircases, and tunnels plunged into perpetual darkness. In this lawless enclave, formerly located in North Hong Kong, triads ran illegal offices next to drug dens and brothels. Unregulated factories operated day and night, dog meat processors, unlicensed medical clinics, and sweatshops all crammed into tiny apartments. Though the city was eventually demolished in 1994, its legacy lives on in Hong Kong's modern housing crisis. As fast forward today, and more than 200,000 people live in what locals call coffin homes. Spaces so small they'd be illegal to house prisoners in most of the world. These 15 square foot apartments are barely long enough to lie down in, and not even tall enough to stand in. and yet they still cost around $200 to $500 a month, which is about half the average income. This isn't even cheap considering what you're getting, and the most horrifying of Hong Kong's coffin homes are the cage homes, where people live in wire mesh boxes stacked 3 high in dilapidated buildings. Some buildings in the Sham Shui Po and Mong Kok districts house thousands of these subdivided units, with entire families living in 40 square foot spaces, cooking, sleeping and studying all on the same bed. And of course, air conditioning is a luxury in summer, as temperatures inside these metal boxes can reach 100 Fahrenheit.
Hong Kong is sweltering under one of its hottest summers on record. It's hard to stay cool even when there's a breeze. So imagine what it's like to be holed up in a home like this.
Can't find it. Sorry guys, it just disappeared. I haven't got a clue. Where's that? You're half asleep, babe. I know. I noticed if you're typing scraping instead of scrapping.
Well, if you're half asleep, you're half awake.
That's true. Very good way of looking at it, Sandro. That's fantastic, man. Elementary.
There are 15 individual flats in this 33 square meter apartment.
15 residents live here, each to a cubicle. Everything they own.
Oh yeah, you get to see some of the rooms here. It's so even the room seems even smaller, and it was classed as kind of luxury. I mean, they're sleeping in bloody cupboards.
Yeah, call them pods.
I've slept in a cupboard before. And it was a cupboard, right? It was just big enough to put a single bed in. It squeezed in all the way. It fit in just perfect. It was like putting a block through one of them toys, baby toys. It fit in just in no more. There was no space whatsoever. And the door opened. When you shut the door was like close to you. And it's just the door opened out of the way. No electric or nothing in there. It was just a bed. But I lived in a cupboard for, I slept in a cupboard for a month or so.
Crammed into narrow shelves above a thin mattress. These are cage homes.
But let's go travel over to Peru, where you can find the world's highest city. And yet this city, the closest city to the heavens, might also be the most hellish place on earth. Emilio Sucase still remembers his first day in La Rinconada. It was 1995, and at the age of 17, he arrived at the settlement perched at a quite literally breathtaking 16,700 feet above sea level, the highest permanent human habitation on earth. And the name La Rinconada translates to the cornered one, a fitting description for this place where desperation meets opportunity. That first day, the thin mountain air hit Emilio like a physical blow. His head throbbed mercilessly, his gums bled, and waves of
Harry Potter. Why are you saying Harry Potter? I don't understand. What did I say? I don't know what I said. Or was there somebody on that looked like Harry Potter?
nausea left him doubled over. Every breath contained half the oxygen found at sea level, so his body responded the only way it could, by producing extra red blood cells, a natural adaptation that would eventually make his blood dangerously thick and strain his heart. And yet despite these hardships, Emilio stayed, like the 50,000 others who now call this place home, as the need for work was too desperate to turn back. 28 years later, and Emilio has survived longer than most. The average miner here lives to just 35 years old, walking through the muddy trash.
No age at all, is it? No age at all. 35 years old. That's you just getting into your life after having a couple of kids. You know what I mean? That's crazy. What time did Flat Show end? About 10. About 10 o'clock chilling. Aye, because I was on an hour and a half after he stopped. Oh, there you go, Sandro. How you doing, bro?
Yeah. Carry on.
Go, carry on.
During streets, he passes men with the telltale purple-blue lips and hands, which are infamous signs of chronic mountain sickness that affects many.
Harry Potter is a squatter, is he? Still is, baby.
Long-time residents. La
Look
Rinconada
at this, right, yeah, look at that shithole though. I mean, that's terrible looking. Right, hold on, play again.
Blue lips and hands, which are infamous signs of chronic mountain sickness that affect.
That, look at it, you could see it. There's, oh wow. So it's high up as well, you're saying, in the mountains, getting mountain sickness. Wow. So I think it's got something to do with change of seasons, weather, and all that. Because what, you're really getting a virus that high up floating through there? I don't think so. But Germanism is a virus. Germism. No, Germanism. That's it. Was it Germanism? No, it's just Germism. Or Germanism. Germism, yeah, Germism. Because he's a virus.
Many long-time residents. La Rinconada sits precariously on the side of Mount Anania, all beneath a glacier called the Sleeping Beauty, though there's nothing beautiful about what happens beneath it. In the mine where Emilio works, gold extraction happens through a primitive method that's barely changed in centuries. Miners grind ore, treat it with mercury, and then burn off the mercury to isolate the gold. This vaporized mercury then settles in everything: the soil, the water, even the rain. Emilio has seen the consequences firsthand: neurological damage, birth defects, and cancer throughout the population. Children develop chronic respiratory problems within months of birth. After decades of working underground,
I know it's hard to say. I mean, I would get out of there, but I know that's easy to say. But you got to try something, man.
Emilio's lungs bear the scars of silicosis, a disease caused by inhaling silica dust. Medical surveys have shown that 50 to 60% of miners' bodies show evidence of this condition.
Is this actual statistics or papers true about it, or is it made up? Do we know for sure this is true, or it's just made up narrative? Don't know.
What keeps Emilio and others trapped in this nightmarish place is an economic system so exploitative it borders on slavery. He works under
Harry's a pot liquor. Aye, definitely. A window liquor. And the rubber busman.
a system of 30 days of unpaid labor followed by a single day where miners can take whatever ore they can carry out on their backs. Whether that ore contains any gold is just pure chance. Some months may bring enough to feed his family, but many others bring nothing. La Rinconada has earned the Spanish nickname La Ciudad Sin Ley.
This is turning into one like earlier on. Harry Potter had a snot. Nice. See, look, between 2001 and 2009, the population was estimated National Geographic. Reliable? Hell no. To have increased 30,000 people from just a small gold prospector camp because the price of gold rose 235% over that period, although this number has not been reflected by the 2007 to 2017 consensus. And consensus, full of crap. National Geographic liars. The town has gained right. Okay, I don't read that bit.
Del Peru, meaning the lawless city of Peru. Law enforcement is virtually non-existent. In 2019,
hey PG, you got to see these. What do you mean? These what?
What are you showing us, Roger?
What's he showing? What do you mean? I don't know what he's talking about. He just said, hey PG, you got to see these. What does theses mean? Thesis. I don't know what you're saying, bro.
Alone, authorities rescued 68 victims of human trafficking from the town's slum nightclubs. The same year, 7 miners were found executed in a tunnel, each with a bullet to the head. Emilio.
What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, I
didn't say anything.
Hey, BJ.
Yeah, what's that mean? Hey, PG, you got to see these theses. What's that mean? Theses.
Well, I just said thesis. I didn't spell it. You got to see these observations Mikey's got. They're kind of cool.
I'll see him at another point, man. I'll see him at another point. Are they on his channel?
They're on his channel. They're only a couple of minutes long. You can look at them.
All right, cool. I will do. Oh, they're not long things. Well, I'll have a look at him after. Let me just think. Yeah, I'll have a look. Once I get a little bit further through this. I need to get through this a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just take a look at him after this.
Yeah, give me links. Put the links in private chat, and I'll have a look.
All right.
Nice one.
Has considered leaving many times, especially when gold prices drop. But when prices spiked by 235% between 2001 and 2009, this mountain city's population swelled up by 30,000.
All right. Mute on his side. Sorry, I got to mute.
Yeah, you do. If you're talking to someone else. Hey, I'm Works. How you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Welcome to our movie night, but we're not on the movie yet.
More people, all chasing the same dream that brought him here as a teenager. And as he walks home through the streets awash with sewage and mercury, Emilio understands better than most why
Sewage and mercury. Yes, I dare say these things are happening in places and that, but these reports and that you're getting back, look, I mean, it said National Geographic on it, and then consensus. You know, that's two words we do not trust. National Geographic and consensus. No way. But there's definitely these kind of slums and that, definitely, without a doubt.
Granada is called the
And people live in really, really low lives, you know what I mean? Lowly lives.
Cornered one. It's a place where people with no other option come to die slowly in the pursuit of wealth that they'll likely never find. But what actually is a slum?
I mean,
well, the UN...
See that? Wow. It goes by really quick, hold on.
No other option come to die slowly in the pursuit of wealth that they'll likely
never
find. But what actually...
These are just like sheds. This is a shed I used to see in my uncle's back garden when it was dilapidated. And he's asking me to paint it. And I'm like, what's the point in painting that? It's got to fall down. But yeah, it's like a shed. These are sheds, big sheds. It's crazy. All close together. It's so mad.
Like you go on the allotments.
Aye. Nice one, Roger. You put links in chat in there. Nice one. I'll have a look at them in a little bit once I get a bit more through this. Nice one. It's only a couple of minutes long. It's all good. Tell makers here, Joe.
Actually is a slum. Well, the UN calls them informal...
Sorry, what did you say there, Sandra?
No, I was coughing.
No, you said something before that.
Oh, sheds on the allotments.
That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Just a lot closer together. Dilapidated sheds.
Not out of old pallet wood.
Aye, exactly. And I bet that's what it is. Bits of old plywood, MDF, anything. Slapped together.
Corrugated sheets.
So the painters were in. Oh, for goodness sake.
Settlements characterized by inadequate housing and squalid living conditions. But this clinical definition really fails to capture the brutal reality of these urban environments, where millions are packed into spaces designed for thousands and where infrastructure has collapsed, meaning the social contract between...
look at that view. Look at that view, man. I mean, look how much land there is on the earth. Look at it. There's so much land on the earth that's not used, but yet these people are packed together like this. Isn't it mad? Isn't that crazy? That's nuts.
Imagine a stench.
Aye, well,
there can't be proper plumbing and sewage there.
Aye. I'm not playing them tonight, babe. I've got too much to do. Anyway, so don't worry about it. I'll play them tomorrow. Nah, let's carry on.
Between citizens and government has effectively dissolved. To see what I mean by this, let's head over to Nairobi. As soon as you arrive in Kibera, the first thing that hits you is the stench. It's an unmistakable smell of human waste.
Imagine living in a place that you just thinks of crap. This stinks of shite. That's Coventry. I'm not joking.
Human shit. I mean, back in the 1800s, you'd have all the horse shit on the streets.
That's right. But, I mean, that was part and parcel of life back then, wasn't it? It was common, it was normal. But human waste, that's not normal.
Well, I wouldn't say it's normal. I'd say it's what people have to put up with.
Well, yeah, true. Looks like tea in the park. Tea in the park's in Glasgow, isn't it? I think it is.
Glastonbury.
Oh no, I thought tea in the park was Glasgow, but yeah, Glastonbury as well. Yeah, aye.
That hangs in the air and never quite leaves your nostrils, even after you've long gone. With such limited sanitary options, many residents turn to flying toilets, which is plastic bags filled with human waste and flung onto rooftops or into ditches. When the heavy rain comes, as they frequently do, these bags burst open. The narrow dirt paths between shacks transform into flowing rivers of excrement that children must wade through on their way to the makeshift schools. Outbreaks of diseases like typhoid are so common they barely make local news anymore. Africa's largest slum packs some 5...
Again, look at it. It's disgraceful, really. The amount of room there is in there, and they have to live packed together like that.
500,000 people into an area barely 3 kilometers across. The vast majority of these people survive on less than $2 a day in a single room shack built from mud, scrap metal, and plastic sheeting. And yet, despite these conditions, it continues to grow. Rural Kenyans arrive daily seeking opportunity in Nairobi, only to find themselves trapped in a cycle of poverty that passes from one generation to the next. And all the way over in Venezuela and Butare, you struggle to sleep from all the gunfire echoing across the hillsides at night. By dawn, you'd need to check with neighbors about what streets saw fighting overnight and which gangs now control what territory. This sprawling
And you've got that to worry about. You know what I mean? Gangs getting killed. Hold on, what's Heron saying? Peter, did you know if you made Alaska look like New York with all its old buildings and cities and infrastructure, that you could fit the alleged 8 billion people there? Every math adds up. Okay, really? 8 billion. That's what I'm saying. Look how much room there is. You could fit all alleged 8 billion that's on the earth. We don't really know how many there is, but just say 8 billion, because that's what they're saying, 7, 8 billion, something like that. Just say it is that. And you fit that all on Alaska. Hell, if you and you made it look like New York. So high rises, you know what I mean? Tall apartment buildings, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and you could fit them all the world there, but yet they're all crammed together like that. That's nuts. That shouldn't happen.
If you lived there, PJ, would you stay there or would you get off your arse and do something about it?
I'd try. I understand the situation, but I'd try. Hey, Zephyr of Vauxhall. Zephyr of Vauxhall. Good to see you. I think you're new here. I haven't seen you before. Bless you. Welcome. Just love hearts. Okay. And welcome if you've come to watch and be cool. It looks all good. Okay. Wow. You've been in YouTube a while. Blimey now. 2006. Yeah. That was the year YouTube opened. That's the year YouTube took off. You've been in YouTube since 2006. That's the first person I've known ever to be in YouTube since it first started. Wow, Zephyr. That's pretty cool. Yo, Raj.
Yeah. Hey, we get to see Sandro. Hey.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Roger.
Yeah.
Hey, look. How we doing today?
Oh, good.
Fine,
all
you?
good.
Nice. Those are interesting. I thought I'd be done quicker with it, but I thought you were going on an hour later for some reason. I don't know why. It's 5:30 here.
Yeah. No, I'll have a look at them. I'm not going to play it in the stream because we've got too much to get through at the minute. So I'll have a look at them later. But let's go. Are you sticking about? Are you?
Yeah, I am. I got good news.
All right.
I go in tomorrow at 3:30. Tomorrow.
So you started. You got the job.
As long as I get this other manager's okay, as soon as I get there, he's just got to look me over. So I did my interview. Yeah.
There you go. Excellent.
Nice one, Roger.
Thanks, Hunter.
Tommy Rogers too. I've got somebody else new in chat. How you doing?
Yeah, he was over on my stream. I sent him over here.
I'll see Tommy Rogers about.
Yeah.
Tommy Rogers, bless you, man. Thanks for jumping on. You've got a fair few subs yourself, man. 1.22 thousand. Excellent.
Whoa.
Tommy, send some my way.
Yeah.
That's the one. Hey, bless you. Welcome, Tommy Rogers. Right, let's carry on. You know the score, guys.
Yep.
Built on steep hillsides around Caracas, houses nearly 2 million people in what might be one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the Western Hemisphere. With a murder rate of 90 per 100,000 residents, more than double Venezuela's national average, death is a daily reality here. Gang wars in Butare aren't quick exchanges but drawn-out battles that can last for days. Residents then become prisoners in their own homes as bullets tear through thin walls of makeshift.
There you go. Look. And said, whoa, Roger Ledwell, did you get a better job? Remember I said you would. There you go. And we played earlier. We played earlier for it as well. So it looks like it's good. Looks like it's good. Look at that. I mean, look how much that's a garage with a little room, then some bit piled on top, then a shed on top of that, man. And then the one to the right is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the ground floor. 5 floors, 6 floors. Crazy.
Wow.
That's nuts. And look at the gap between the buildings. If you look out your window, if you've got one, then you're back looking out onto someone else's bedroom where they're doing their business. You know what I mean? Come on.
You don't want to see that.
Crazy. Maybe this is hell on earth.
Could be. That's Venezuela, right?
All right.
Because of this, police barely ever enter these neighborhoods, leaving teenage gang members with high-powered weapons to establish their own brutal form of order. The physical layout makes violence almost inevitable. Houses are stacked haphazardly on the hills, creating a maze of narrow pathways, hidden corners, and endless escape routes for criminals. Children here then learn survival skills as basic life lessons. Kids as young as 4 are taught to hit the floor at the first sound of gunfire, a reflex that becomes as natural as breathing.
See what I mean? Wow. But I mean, obviously that happens, man. It's crazy. But there's a lot of, it depends on where the information comes from. Like earlier on, you seen that the census thing, and it was talking about geographic and consensuses, and 2 words we don't trust. You know, so it just depends on where the information comes from. Some of it's true, some of it's part of a narrative, I think. You know. But this, obviously, it certainly happens. You see it. I mean, people are living like that. I mean, you can't deny that. You know, it's evident.
But what unites these mega slums isn't just their size, but their unchanging nature. They are intergenerational traps where millions...
Look at that. Isn't that crazy? And it's in no discernible order, you know? Like, you know, here we've got streets and certain straight lines or curves and that. And you could get a bird's eye view and you understand where you're going just by looking at it. You've got a bird's eye view of that. It's what's that going to look like? It's going to look like I don't know.
It's just every man for himself.
Aye, I mean it's just a pile of rubble. Just a pile of rubble, really, isn't it? Madness.
Well, yeah, if the government was doing its job and these people are actually, laborers for the most part, they would take care of them, right? That's why they tax people. Obviously, somebody's getting paid a lot to do nothing. What it looks like to me.
Aye. Hey babe, how you doing?
Why can I not see Tommy in chat?
What do you mean? Maybe if you got it on live chat. Is it on top chat or live chat?
I can see him on top chat.
I can't.
You can't see Tommy?
No.
Why?
I don't see it. Oh, I see him. He's in here.
I see him. Not a problem. He's not blue. He's in white, babe.
No, but can you copy the link and send it me on WhatsApp because I can't see.
Copy the link for what?
His channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problems. He's got like 1,000 odd subs. He's got 1,200 and 200 odd, and he's got like 1.1k videos as well. He's got twice as much as me, both ways. He's got twice as many videos as me and twice as many subs and a bit more.
Yeah, he's on banners on a regular basis too.
I thought I recognized the name. He says he's old. That other one that came in, if they're still there, Zephyr. They've been on YouTube since the year it opened, since the year it started, 2006. Like, no way, dude. That's crazy. I got my.
She.
Oh, sorry. What?
Zephyr is a she.
Oh,
she's
sorry, Zephyr. Sorry, Zephyr. She.
I made the mistake before. Plenty of times. Don't know who they are till you talk to
them. Where do you want these links to be in private chat? The link, I mean.
No, in WhatsApp.
Why? WhatsApp? You can get it from me, huh?
Because I can't get it. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not properly. I'm just on my thing.
Babe, you know how YouTube's playing up at the minute? Maybe that's why you can't see him. But there you go. It's in YouTube. Sin, what's up?
Right, now I'm going to sleep.
All right, babe. Love you.
Bye, Vicky.
Right. Love you.
Love you.
Piss off, weirdo.
Bye.
I don't know who Zephyr is. I have never seen them before.
Love you. Bye.
No, they're new, but listen, their account is old, so they're definitely not a stock account for anybody. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So, all good so far. All good so far. Been here, like I said, been here since the opening of YouTube.
Born, live and die without ever experiencing the basic services that most take for granted, and in most cases, they're only growing. But before we continue, I used to always think that quitting my bad habit would be impossible, and it turns out I was right. That's because it's not about quitting, it's about replacing, and that's where Fume comes in. No vapor, no nicotine, meaning that you can use the design, it just looks slick and feels across the US.
Wow.
Here's above the horizon. He'll work his entire shift in the nickel plant in Dark.
Again, Roger. Oh yeah, he's got he's big enough for a sponsor. This channel's massive.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
massive compared to me, in hundreds of thousands anyway.
Darkness and return home in darkness. This is the life 300 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle, and as he opens his apartment window to check the weather, a familiar metallic taste hits the back of his throat. The sulfur dioxide is particularly bad today. He can actually see
You got loads of channels, Tommy. My original channel is Too Severe YouTube, and that terms BS. I have other channels. Got you. So, Sandra, pop back in.
the yellow-tinged fog hanging between the Soviet-era apartment blocks. Breakfast is quick and basic, just tea and bread from the limited selection at the local store. There's an eerie silence all around him, always feeling like he's being watched. Fresh produce is a luxury in this isolated outpost, as it's accessible only by air for much of the year. This is exactly what Russians call a closed city, where you need permission to enter or even leave. It's almost totally cut off in the winter.
You need permission to enter and leave. Now that, it really does look like a city jail. Some kind of city jail. I mean, that's not nice at all. I mean, I do see blocks like this. I remember blocks like this up in Scotland, but never this compact together. You know, I had a bit more space between them. This looks a bit like prison blocks to me. You know what I mean?
That's housing?
Yeah, that's housing, bro. That's housing. Well, it is prison blocks. If they've got people need permission to come in and they need permission to go out.
Yeah, it might as well be prison, huh?
Might as well be prison, bro.
And has no road connections. As he makes his way outside, Sergei crunches through snow that's stained black from metal particles constantly settling from the air. There's very little wildlife inside the city limits. The few scraggly trees that manage to grow are stunted and
proper ghetto, Tommy. Proper ghetto, man.
Twisted. This ecological dead zone extends for 30 kilometers in every direction, all from the enormous.
By the way, Tommy, if you come a second time, you get your spanner. You'll get your wrench.
Nornickel smelting complex that dominates the skyline. This industrial plant is why everyone is here, and it belches out 1.9 million tons of sulfur dioxide annually, more than the entire United States combined. But this also provides the relatively high wages that keeps this city 175,000 residents from leaving. At lunch, Sergei will chat with a co-worker whose 5-year-old daughter was diagnosed.
How is he blocked from your channel, babe? How did that happen? Yeah, if you want them unblocked, you need to go to Google to do it. How come he's blocked from your channel? That's weird. Babe, you haven't blocked anybody called Tommy. You never told me anybody about blocking someone called Tommy, so I don't think you blocked anybody. So how's that happened? Weird. Babe, chill out. No.
Diagnosed with a third respiratory infection this winter. Children born in the city develop chronic breathing problems before they can even walk. The local birth defect rate is significantly higher than the national average. It's why doctors quietly advise that pregnant women leave the city and never come back. The workday then ends and Sergei steps back into the perpetual night, where temperatures can plummet to an insane -40 Fahrenheit. This is the point where Fahrenheit and Celsius converge. His breath completely freezes instantly, forming ice crystals on his skull. And this brutal
Yeah. Didn't see none of that in TFP, did we? None of that in TFP.
typical winter lasts 9 months. Back home, he doesn't open the windows again no matter how stuffy the apartment gets. The ground beneath his building is contaminated with copper, arsenic, lead, and nickel at levels hundreds of times above safety standards. Which is why it's no surprise that cancer rates are 2.5 times the Russian average, and life expectancy is 10 years shorter than anywhere else in the country. As he prepares for bed, Sergei might glance at photos of relatives living in southern Russia. Why doesn't he leave? Well, this place gets in your blood, literally and figuratively. Norilsk was built for industry, first by expendable gulag prisoners during Stalin's era, and now maintained by workers making the grim economic bargain to earn more now, but almost certainly die sooner. Travel 2,500 miles west to Jersink, and you'll find a different flavor of toxic hell. Dmitri's morning commute to Jersink takes him past faded Soviet-era murals celebrating chemical production. One depicts scientists in white coats proudly creating new compounds. Another shows workers handling industrial materials. As one of Russia's key sites for chemical weapon production, including toxic nerve agents, the city holds the dubious honor of being named the most chemically polluted city on Earth by the Guinness Book of World Records.
Chemically polluted. Look at that. I mean, it can't be good for the old, air not obviously, but back in the old it is not with the old ozone layer crap. Ozone layer crap. You know what I mean? They want you to believe that. So, you know what I mean? If you've got a ozone layer, then you've got space, ain't you? Idiots.
Records. And so the soil here contains dioxin levels 17 million times the safe limit. A quarter of the city's population works in chemical factories. Dmitri's father did, as did his father before him. Most days he can tell which plant is running which process by the particular smell and color of the emissions rising from different smokestacks across the industrial zone. At the factory cafeteria, conversations often turn to health issues. Almost everyone has some sort of ailment, respiratory problems, skin conditions, or more serious diseases. The death rate here exceeds the birth rate by an astonishing 260%, and life expectancy hovers at 42 years for men and 47 for women, the shortest in the industrialized world. What connects both of these Russian cities is their shared history. Industrial centers built with little regard for human life, first to fulfill communist production quotas, now to generate profits for oligarchs. The environment has changed, but the basic question remains the same. People's health is sacrificed for industrial output, and nowhere shows this better than the world's biggest e-waste dump, all the way over in Ghana. You see, Emmanuel was just 18 when both of his parents died, leaving him responsible for his entire family. At the age of just 22, his hands bear the scars.
That's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. The bleak existence. Definitely.
DJ.
It's not good, and people are living this.
Think about living there all your life and you only make it to 47. You'll welcome death almost. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's nuts. But yeah, there is people living in this.
Of 4 years working in what was once Africa's largest e-waste dump, located on the outskirts of Accra, Ghana's bustling capital. With no opportunities in his rural village in Ghana's northern region, Emmanuel made the 500-mile journey to Accra. Following rumors of work in the sprawling e-waste site locals grimly call Sodom and Gomorrah, after the forsaken biblical cities. Today begins like every other. Emmanuel joins the hundreds of other young men just like him, spreading across mountains of discarded electronics that stretch as far as the eye can see. Laptops, smartphones, tablets, TVs, all shipped in from the developed world. Some are broken beyond repair, but Emmanuel knows many are fully functional. There's simply no time to test them all when survival depends on volume. By mid-morning, the heat is just unbearable. It's 40 degrees Celsius, extremely humid. Emmanuel's working tirelessly on an empty stomach and has already dismantled dozens of devices, separating valuable copper wires and circuit boards from worthless plastic casings. Around him, fires burn constantly as workers melt plastic coatings off copper wires. The acrid smoke contains a toxic cocktail of lead, cadmium, mercury, and flame retardants, chemicals all linked to high rates of cancer and neurological damage.
The men and boys working here, and they range between 13 and 35 years old. They're not from Accra, they come from the north of the country, and they came here on a sort of gold rush, promised riches from waste. But the riches turned out to be a pittance, and the gold turned out to be lead, cadmium, and other heavy metals lodged in their bodies and slowly poisoning them.
The headache.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, look at that. That really looks bleak, man. That's awful. That's awful, man. Don't know what it reminds me. It looks like war torn, doesn't it? It looks war torn.
Headaches are the worst, Emmanuel says, pressing his temples. Sometimes I just cannot see clearly for hours after work. For a week of such labor, he will just earn about $60 US. And scientists who studied this place estimate that workers in these conditions often die before reaching the age of 30. Emmanuel knows the risks but has no alternatives. And not far from where Emmanuel works, a group of children some as young as 7 pick through smaller electronics. They've developed expertise in identifying valuable components. Their small fingers able to access parts adults just can't reach. Each child supports a family somewhere, just as Emmanuel does. Though the main scrapyard was officially demolished in 2021 following international pressure, the e-waste flow hasn't stopped. It's simply been dispersed to other sites around Accra, making the problem less visible but no less deadly. So Emmanuel now works in one of these satellite locations where conditions are just as hazardous. But when you upgrade your device, the current one you're watching with might...
That's it as well, though, chilling. That's it as well. Some of it is definitely happening, but some of it might be a little exaggerated. Because, yeah, war torn, not just CGI war propaganda. Some of it's real, some of it's definitely not. You're right there, chilling. Absolutely. It's hard to decipher which ones sometimes. Like I said earlier with the consensus, the little paper it had there, and it's in a couple of words on it, like Geographic, National Geographic, and consensus. Like I said, a couple of words, don't trust.
End up in Emmanuel's hands. And then as night falls, Emmanuel returns to the tiny room he shares with 4 other e-waste workers for the rest of his life. His lungs burn, his fingers bleed from small cuts, and tomorrow he'll wake up to do this all over again. But now let's turn our heads over to Central Asia, in one of the largest but mostly sparsely populated areas on Earth. A local shepherd, Azamat, rises before dawn, just as shepherds have for centuries in the mountains of Kyrgyzstan. The 56-year-old's weathered face shows the marks of a lifetime spent outdoors in Central Asia's harsh climate. But unlike his ancestors, Azamat faces an invisible enemy that no traditional knowledge can combat. As he leads his flock of sheep from their pen, he mentally maps out the day's route. Some valleys are worse than others. Some hills must never be climbed. This knowledge wasn't passed down through generations, but learned through bitter experience. 3 years ago, I lost my flock after they grazed for too long near the old mine entrance. As he explains, he points to a distant hillside that looks no different from any other. The animals become sick, he says. Their wool fell out in patches and they died within weeks. Now, what makes Azamat's home, in Malusu, different from other pastoral communities is what lies beneath the surface. This small town of 20,000 people sits atop 23 massive Soviet-era dumps containing 1.96 million cubic meters of radioactive uranium waste, enough to poison all of Central Asia if ever released. In this incredibly poor region, with unemployment reaching 70%, most residents have no choice but to stay. They grow vegetables in contaminated soil and build homes on land where radiation levels exceed international safety standards by hundreds of times. And
I mean, just that road looks like a bit to some of the places it was coming away from. Sorry.
So by mid-morning, Azamat has guided his sheep to...
You'd rather live sheep in a park. Wow. Isn't that so fitting?
That don't look that bad, does it? Like, not as bad as Venezuela.
No, certainly not. I mean, I just built a carpet in the fields here. This just looks like the Highlands of Scotland.
one of the few safe grazing areas he's identified over the years. These spots are precious and increasingly rare. Landslides, common in this geologically active region, regularly expose new pockets of contamination or spread existing waste into previously clean areas. The danger in Malusu isn't obvious to the untrained eye. The landscape is stunningly beautiful, rolling hills and narrow valleys cut by clear mountain streams, but cancer rates here are nearly 5 times the national average, and birth defects are just commonplace. As noon approaches, Azamat carefully checks his water supply. He never drinks from local streams anymore, as he knows this is completely toxic. But not everyone takes notice of that or cares.
Oh my goodness.
Carefully checks his water supply. He never drinks from local streams anymore.
Wow, that's quiet. That's out the tap.
As he knows this is...
Look. That's at the top. Oh my goodness. That's awful. If that's real, that's awful.
completely toxic. But not everyone takes notice of that or cares. Azamat points to children playing near one of the dumps, which looks like nothing more than an ordinary hill. Eyewitnesses say that many people are totally unaware of the town's history. Children aren't taught about it and are oblivious when asked, and as the sun begins to set, Azamat leads his flock back to their pen. He takes a longer route to avoid a hillside that recently collapsed after heavy rains, potentially exposing new radioactive material. International aid agencies have attempted to clean up this area, but the scale of contamination overwhelms their resources. A $50 million World Bank project managed to secure just one of the 23 dumps. For Azamat and the people here, the Cold War never really ended. The uranium that powered Soviet nuclear ambitions continues to claim lives decades after the mines closed, a radioactive legacy that will persist for thousands of years in this forgotten corner of the world. Now it's time to look at some metropolis nightmares. You see, as the global population soars, cities
No such thing as a global population.
Yep.
There's a world population, but not global at all. We live on a stationary plane. And
When I was a kid,
sorry, go on.
when I was a kid, we had to deal with some of the same issues with the mills back in the South when I was growing up.
Oh,
a lot of contaminants like asbestos, and there's a few other ones, but it caused a lot of the mill workers to get sick constantly, but they never would give you health care like you needed. They neglect that.
Got you.
They put you at risk, and then they don't take care of you after the fact. After 30, 40 years of working at a mill.
That's it. That's it, man. It's killer. I didn't the film we're watching tonight, No Ben-Hur. I didn't even know there was another Ben-Hur made in 2016, but it does look good, man. It does look good. But we've got the 2 episodes of the first season of first 2 episodes of The Chosen. Jesus story. But Luke warned me earlier on that it's got like a Catholic kind of Mormon theme to it. So if I see that in there, that type of thing in there, I will call it out. Obviously. Not like call it out to them, just call it out to us, you know what I mean? Hey, Brad Dash, good to see you.
There's a documentary you'd like to watch. It's called 45. If you ever get a chance, if you can find it. I can't find it anymore. But it's there's a guy who actually goes around the world and desalinates and cleans water up for communities. And he owns a company called 5 Hour Energy. The owner, he goes around. He doesn't make profit off of that. When you buy those, the money goes into cleaning up water supplies all over the world.
Aye.
That's what he does.
Got you. Now look at that, man.
He actually does it. That's the cool part.
Well, yeah, true. But like you say, we can't trust absolutely every bit of news we hear. So yeah, discernment's always involved with these things, man.
Cities have grown to a breaking point, and our next urban hellscapes concentrate in some of the world's most gigantic cities, where the population keeps growing despite infrastructure barely changing for
in Bangladesh.
Decades. And there are megacities, and then there's Dhaka, a metropolis so overcrowded it feels like it's swallowing itself. More than 44,500 people squeeze into each square kilometer.
Them Indian tech companies, they are really packed, the roads and that. I mean, there's no road sense when it comes to driving. Everybody's all over the place. Beep, beep, bang, 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 bang. Yep. You drive your test, to pass your test in day, you just drive around the corner and park up. That's it. That's it.
Nice.
It's mental. Actually, let me see if I can. I'll play this. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on.
Making it the most densely populated city on Earth. As new arrivals pour in daily, fleeing floods, droughts, and poverty in rural Bangladesh, the city presses inward. Buildings grow taller, streets more congested, slums more suffocating. And underneath all of this, the sewers struggle to cope. And that's where the city's invisible workforce comes in. The sewer cleaners who begin their day before dawn. As rainwater already starts filling the drains beneath Bangladesh's capital. Dhaka is the city of water, but not in the way tourists imagine when they think of Venice or Amsterdam. Here, Here, water is an enemy. Built on floodplains, during monsoon season, the streets become canals of floating debris, feces, and chemical runoff. Residents wade through knee-high filth on their way to work, carefully avoiding open manholes that swallow unsuspecting pedestrians whole. With such extreme population density, Dakar's ancient drainage system never stood a chance, and as workers lower themselves into the sewers, the stench hits like a physical force. The water is often waist-deep and rising. The only tools are hands and bamboo poles used to poke at blockages. There is no protective gear, no gloves, no boots, and no masks to filter the methane fumes. Which is why in 2008, 7 cleaners died doing this job. New to the work, they didn't know how to hold onto the ropes when clearing blockages. The surging water then sucked them in, and when their bodies were finally recovered, their skin had been eaten away by the chemicals in the sewage. Sewer cleaners earn about 9,000 taka for this unbelievably tough job, which is roughly $85 a month, barely enough to ever feed their families.
85 quid a month. Well, that's $85 a month, so it's what? 60 quid? 65 maybe? That's crazy. That's
How much
nothing.
is rent? Yeah.
That's nothing. Probably more than that. Probably more than that.
You're not going to get ahead like that. No.
Yeah. It's from a channel called Moon, Brad Tasha. I've done some of his stuff as well. He kind of titled it he kind of titled it Hell on Earth, but it's not like scriptural Hell on Earth. He's talking about slums, places like that where they're all squeezed together, buildings all piled on top of each other, shed type places, you know, right? Just slums that are made out of scraps, that kind of thing, in all different places over the world. But he thinks it's global.
Yeah. The thing is, like in war-torn countries, that's usually the aftermath of what happens. They don't go back and fix the infrastructures.
That's it. He's a big channel. He's got 1.5 million. He's a big channel. His link is in my he's got one from a year ago. Clockwork Orange tried to warn you. The hidden warning. Ooh, I've got to have a look at that one. It's from a year ago. And he's got one from Safe to Watch there. And he's got one, The Fall of America, Falling Down, Tried to Warn You. The movies. So it's something about messages in the movies, probably. I'll have a look at I've got to have a look at that one. Got to have a look at Safe to Watch later. Yeah, we'll have to have a look at that, definitely. Right, let's get back to it. Get this finished. Get over and watch The Chosen in the movie. Over to the Rumble after we flatline YouTube. Flatlines the old YouTube.
Living in the city's crowded basties. The monsoon lasts for months, and without these cleaners, Dakar would drown in its own waste. However, as the lowest caste members of society, they remain largely invisible, except when the sewers back up and floods threaten the city. And then suddenly, everyone remembers they exist. But the sewer workers aren't the only ones suffering in Dakar's working conditions. In the garment factories that line the city,
literally living in the sewer. What? You're kidding me?
Who said that?
Are they living in the sewers or just working down there?
They're just working down there.
Oh, for goodness sake. I didn't listen properly then.
young women stitch together clothing for global brands, working up to
H&M,
16-hour shifts in window.
H&M's, we've got that in Coventry. Sandra will have that in Birmingham as well. H&M.
Yeah, everywhere. It's here too.
Really? In America as well? Really? Okay. I didn't know that. Wow.
They're international. Let's say that instead of global.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I know we've got a TJ Hughes. No, TJ Hughes, but yours is something else. Ours is TJ, yours is T something else, isn't it?
It's TJ Maxx.
No, that's TK Maxx. We've got TK Maxx, and you've got TK Maxx. But there's a Hughes as well. We used to have TJ Hughes, but you guys, we had to call it TJ, but you guys, because you guys called it TH or something, TH Hughes or TG Hughes or something.
I never heard of it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, we've got TK Maxx, or it might be TK Maxx. You called it. It might be TK Maxx. You call something different because we call it TK Maxx. We call it TK Maxx. What do you call it?
I think it's TJ Maxx.
TJ, that's it. It's that I'm thinking about. This is what I'm thinking about.
TJ Maxx.
We call it TK Maxx. You call it TJ Maxx. Same place, but it's two different names. Mad, isn't it? So we call
Yeah,
it
you can
TJ.
shop online in bulk, dude.
Yeah, you call it TJ, we call it TK. Alright, hold
They
on.
got an online store.
Alright.
They got a clearance sale right now.
Are they?
Oh yeah. I got a coupon and a code. I better go shopping.
I'll quickly show you. Look.
Okay.
What am I doing? It's just been...
All those things are owned by. I know the people who own half the textile mills over in the East Coast.
Aye. So you can see at the top, TK Maxx.
Uh-huh.
It'll be the
It's
same
TK.
logo.
It's built just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly
TK.
like that. There you go. Yeah.
It's bargain fashion at what cost?
Loads.
Where temperatures reach 110 Fahrenheit, knowing that if a fire breaks out, the exits will all likely be locked, just as they were in the 2012 Tazreen Fashions factory fire that burned 112 workers alive.
On the streets of Dhaka in Bangladesh, anger over working conditions at factories like this one making garments destroyed by fire. 112 workers died, trapped inside or jumping to...
Yeah, that's intentional shit, though. That's intentional shit.
That was like sabotage.
Yeah, of course. That's insurance jobbies, man. Or even something bigger, if it's more than just one kind of building. I mean, definitely. Without a doubt.
Somebody collected some insurance money there, I'm thinking.
Aye.
deaths. Now, some 15,000 workers are protesting blocks from the gutted factory, demanding justice for victims and better working conditions.
But to see some even crazier stuff, let's head over to Kinshasa, in the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's a city originally built for around 200,000 people, and now today holds over 15 million. Electricity exists in theory, but rarely in practice, as most neighborhoods receive power for just a few hours a week, if at all. And for
they have load shedding like flats and that, but even more so without electric than flats, if you're only getting a couple hours a week.
Yeah.
Wow. It's mad that even where flats is at, he has to have load shedding. It's so mad.
Oh, people like Westinghouse, companies like that, could actually put power in for these people, dude. They literally can. They have all the equipment. It's not like they can't do it.
No, of course not.
Will they do it?
Aye.
These hardships are compounded by a shadow that hangs over every aspect of daily life, the constant threat of sexual violence. The DRC has been described as having the highest rate of rape in the world, with attacks so normalized that some local militia casually states if we see girls, it's our right. We can violate them. A 59-year-old community leader in the region explains, several of our girls have lost their lives. The girls are young, just maybe 13, 14 years old. And they get pregnant and have to...
What? Right, be careful. Yeah, sometimes young girls earn fetching water in jerry cans, but the pay is too low. Some girls go into town and to get together with men there. Wow, no, man, no way. They're 13 and 14. They get pregnant. Nah, it's crazy stuff. Terrible.
Give birth, but their bodies are not well enough developed for that.
No.
The women's roaming gangs and warlords do. You don't just wake up and go to work. First, you need to know who's in charge of your street today. A wrong turn into rival territory could mean a kidnapping, a beating, or even worse. People learn.
That's true. I mean, that certainly happens. Sometimes exaggerating it. Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
To walk with their heads down, to never ask too many questions, and to always have a little extra cash in their pockets in case someone with a gun demands a tax. Over 80% of the city is now under gang control. Food trucks need their approval to enter certain districts. Water delivery...
Under gang control, then it's them kind of that's policing it. They might as well be called the police force.
No uniforms though, right?
No, exactly.
Is taxed at every checkpoint, and fuel is hoarded and sold back at black market prices. And when a gang wants to make a point, they're known to simply cut off supply routes entirely, simply leaving thousands of families to survive however they can. In districts like Cité Soleil, one of the most violent slums in the world, gang wars can last for weeks and kidnappings have become an industry. Gangs take doctors, teachers, shopkeepers, anyone who looks like they might have a family willing to pay. And if the money doesn't come, bodies turn up in ditches.
8 to the 4 watching the Rumble. Good to see you guys. And the 14 in here. We'll get this finished, then we'll head over to continue the movie, then we go movie night on Rumble. We'll get it done. It's only got about 10 minutes.
Everyone knows someone who's been taken, and most just never come back. If you were a young man here, your choice is simple. Join a gang or risk being seen as a threat. And refusing means you could be targeted anyway, recruited by force or punished for your defiance. But the thing is, the city wasn't always like
that. Go on.
If you join a gang, wouldn't you be more of a threat to the other gangs? That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Well, no. Yeah, it's messed up situation, isn't it, man? I mean, I think in them situations, you've got no choice but to choose a gun, or else you're not surviving properly.
Everybody over that's been all the bleeding hearts that don't want to see war and all the rest of that stuff, like even the Council at the UN, they have resources. They could go ahead and fix these problems in these countries without war. They can get rid of the civil unrest by actually making an economy that works, and then fund the actual police force.
Yeah. No, I know he's doing a debate. I'll watch it later. Or I could cover it later. I'm not doing it right now because I've got to get through this. Right, Tasha. Sorry, but I'll have a quick look after this.
Yeah.
I mean, hold on, just give me a sec. Let me just play this a sec.
This. Before the 2010 Haiti earthquake and all the corruption surrounding it.
Since the devastating earthquake that ravaged Haiti, killing more than 316,000 people, leaving at least 1 million homeless.
My foundation has contributed $1 million there to the construction of emergency storm shelters in Leogane.
But according to a new expose in The Nation magazine, the shelters turned out to be a series of trailers.
Right, we'll watch Saw for 5 minutes. Right, do you know something? I'll finish this. I'll watch Saw. I'll get rid of this. I'll watch Saw for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then I've got to go over to... I can't watch the full debate, obviously, because I've got to do my own stuff. You know what I mean? I can't be just covering Saw. And then we'll head over. Let's have a quick look then.
That was weird. That's got an alert. I'm not in any other servers. It's weird.
Right, so look.
The only notifications I got was from you and your streams.
Right, hold on. Good deal.
Because reasons or feelings. Okay. Mm-hmm. The second point that I come across is, well, let me explain to you how the globe works, and then you give points that no one ever made that claim. I don't know how many times I've heard the claim, you cannot have air pressure next to a vacuum. Well, that is known as a straw man.
It's completely right,
though. God. Yeah, but
how is that straw man? How is that straw man?
There's no scientist ever made
it's not a straw man.
Sphere next to a vacuum. We have easily identifiable, tracked, measured points that identify how the atmosphere works on the globe, and how there's a low pressure system, extremely near vacuum in space. This isn't tough to understand. And it ruins the flat Earth. So all of a sudden, you either have going back to the personal incredulity, or we have other points where I just say no, that's not the argument. So let's hear what we have so we can go forward and have a great debate.
Okay. Well, let me ask you just a couple of questions. These are pretty poignant too to start with. And I like to ask anyone really that's when I first talk to them about this very question. I want you to suppose that, well, first off, did you discover that the Earth was a globe and then later on found out that you were right? Or were you told it was a globe and given reasons to back it up?
Well, when I went to college, one of the things...
No, I'm talking about initially, when you first found out about the globe, was it a discovery that you had made and then found out by going to school or something that you were right? Or did you not even know anything about it until they told you about it?
Well, space was a great hobby when I was a child because we had the Apollo program when I was young, Right. And since then, we had the shuttle program.
See, Brad touches that as well.
Yep.
So you're kind of dancing around the whole thing. Basically, what you're saying is that you were told that it was a globe. You didn't discover it on your own. Okay, that's
exactly right. You were told it was a globe.
Proof that you had never been told that it was a globe. You've not been exposed to space movies or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
What in your everyday life and just experiences, walking along, doing shit, you know, like let's suppose you're just a farmer, you're growing some crops and you got some animals and stuff, you know, you've never been introduced to any of that. What would ever lead you into the direction of thinking, I must be on a sphere?
Well, did you want me to answer the first question or this question?
Well, you already answered the first question because you had to.
You didn't let me finish.
You had to. You were told. That was my point.
No,
nobody ever comes to that idea on their own. In fact, that's why I'm asking you, what would make you think, if nobody ever said anything, nobody showed you space movies or anything like that, what would make you think that you say, hey, you know what? I think I'm on a ball.
Okay. My point is that if I were to go off of my own point, okay, primary research, then your chances of determining that if you're on a ball or not can be very slim.
What would make you want to check and see if you were on a ball? That's what I'm trying to get at. Why would you even go toward that idea?
I'd like to finish my answer if that's possible.
Yeah, go ahead and let him finish.
Okay. In primary research, when you look at information just yourself, yeah, there's many things that you're not going to find. You're not going to know about physics. You're not going to know about astronomy. You're not going to know about advanced mathematical practices. Okay. But when given the information that we have available, given that we have the
I'm thinking I'm just going to watch another couple of minutes because this will be good to review another day.
It will be. This guy looks mad as hell, doesn't he? Look at him.
I'm going to do a couple of minutes and then I'm going to go and do the movies over on Rumble because my viewers is going down because it's going over soft. But I'll do the movies. I'll watch a couple of minutes and do the movies, and then I'm going to review this maybe tomorrow. Right.
So start doing different things and going, you know what? I'm going to match the Cavendish experiment. I'm going to match the Eratosthenes experiment. I'm going to match these different things and see if it works for me.
That's his name. It's Mike Vargas chilling. It looks a little bit like what you said.
Mike
I know what you're saying.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Because I can get the same results. I can get the same results from a local light source in a level plane.
Okay. Then you don't understand the experiment.
So here's the thing. Eratosthenes, if he actually really existed, isn't proof of anything one way or the other, as I just demonstrated, because I can do the same thing. And see, you have to understand, Eratosthenes wasn't trying to prove that the Earth was a sphere.
No, it wasn't.
He already thought the Earth was a sphere. He was trying to find out how big of a sphere. That's why he had to use spherical mathematics.
Nope.
Otherwise, there would be no reason to use that.
If you already knew it was a sphere, then there's
I'm pointing out,
hang on, let him finish, Mike.
Is not proof of anything one way or the other. Okay, it's a story, and it's kind of cool, but the main point of it is that it does not prove one way or the other because.
So Cubby must be moderating then. Cool. That's good.
We decided that last night.
Good. Because he's chill. He's chill. He'd be a good moderator.
The same
I would have already been all over
it. It's exactly the same thing because all I have to do, if I apply spherical mathematics to my calculations, I can say that my fucking kitchen floor is a ball. Okay, I just measured how big it was. See, the thing is, he went into it with the assumption of sphericity, which that's what I'm trying to get from you, is what would make a person go, hey, you know, like you're just walking along. Let's, like I said, not exposed.
Sandro, nice one for coming, man. Bless you, bro. Love you, man.
Hey, Sandro.
All of a sudden, one day you say, hey, based on what I'm looking at and what I feel and experience, I think I must be on a ball. So I'm going to try to measure how big a one I'm on. What would make somebody think that they're on a ball in the first place?
He knew that the sun was lower the further he went north.
He knew. Oh, shit. Wasn't I mean?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
He knew the sun was lower. So he's starting from a place of secular reasoning. Bloody hell, he's good at it.
I've been north.
Exactly.
And
bro.
the sun's not lower. It's not.
No. Never, ever.
So then he goes on that same day and goes to a point that was a known distance away and measured the shadow. And he found out that the shadow didn't match the first location, that he was able to measure the exact angle.
Doesn't prove a thing. You can do the same thing in a flat earth. Doesn't prove a bloody thing. Anyway, I'll leave it there. We'll get over to the movies. Go over to the movies because I think I might review that tomorrow, and then before the movie. You know what I mean? Depends on how long it goes on for. I could do two halves. You know what I mean? Depending on how long it is. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'll review that tomorrow and do another couple of movies. Whatever the movies are, no idea yet. Give me some ideas in chat if you want for tomorrow. And if I can get them, I'll get them. But for the meantime, let's play out with a Harry Mark on here. I'll put the Rumble link in, guys, if you want to start heading over and watch the movies if you're coming. If you're not and you're chilling elsewhere, bless you guys. But thanks for coming to the YouTube site. But we'll be cutting off YouTube in about 5 minutes. Nice. Continuing over there to watch the movies. Well, watch the first 2 episodes of The Chosen and then a movie, Ben-Hur, 2016. Nice. Right, let's
put it on.
Go on.
I was going to say, see my avatar?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, man. It's cool. Black Swan, Fear, got jammy face. I like it. The big globy face, man. And you've got jam on the front of the swan. That's excellent.
Over the balls. Yeah.
Excellent. Love it. Right. Harry Mack. Let's play up with Harry Mack.
Right.
Harry Mack. Nice to meet you. How you doing, man?
Duck.
What was it?
D-U-K, Duck.
Duck. Nice to meet you, man. Harry.
Gilbert.
Pleasure to meet you all, man. How you guys doing? Hell yeah. I love it. Yo, I'm doing freestyle raps for people, man, just to entertain them, on the red carpet.
Hi, chilling, brother, man. You'll be sauce in your tub and you're minding the TV. Oh, for goodness sake. And it's just heedness here enough, man.
Well, that's going to be a good one. I would have already asked him for his first source research on Aristophanes and how he validated it.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I'll probably review it. We'll see tomorrow.
Could I do a freestyle for you guys?
Please. By all means.
Hell yes. Oh, there we go. Yes. Wow. Just fully ready to discard your real glasses for these. That's amazing. Not that these aren't real glasses. All right. Okay, so I'm going to improvise. So can I get one creative, challenging word from each of you? Let's say no food and no animals, because those are the most common ones I get.
All right. Genshin Impact.
What was it?
Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact? Yeah. What is that?
Video game.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a big video game guy.
Okay, Genshin Impact. What kind of game? I don't play anime. Genshin Impact. I love it. I'm saying it right?
Yeah.
Genshin Impact. Okay, Genshin. Yes, hell yeah. Starting off with a bang. What else?
Streamers.
Yes, very, very timely. Glasses. Have to. Okay. Genshin Impact, streamers, and glasses. Those are the words. You guys ready? Let me drop a beat real quick. Okay. Yeah. Yo. Every time I rhyme, I bring the truth. Shouts out to my homie in the pink suit. When I spit these lyrics, they know I be so fly. Hey yo, I'm feeling underdressed next to your bow tie. I'm about to make it happen when I do my thing. I be rhyming over instrumentals with the special swing. The illest off the tip of the dome, I always been that. Extra animated like Genshin Impact. Yeah, y'all know that I'm calling it out when spitting the flames. You taught me about a video game. Yeah, every time I do, man, y'all know I'm that guy. Anime character, they eyes pop wide. When they see me in the session, my lyrics remain impressive. Every time I rhyme, I dream it, then I manifest and getting busy. Who is he? Y'all know lyrics all get dealt. Nice material, what is that, felt? Yeah, back up the tip. Y'all know I'ma spit it with flair. You even match the bow tie to the hair. Yeah, when I rhyme off top, I help people focus. Homie on the side shook his head like, oh shit. Yeah, how the hell is he doing that? Truest cat, H-Mac came to ruin rap. I get props in the circle back. I keep you warm like my man's in the turtleneck. I break it down, y'all know that I'm a dreamer. Coming up the mental, I be the lyrical steamer. I be fancy like I pulled up in the Beamer. I do it live, kinda like I was a streamer. Yeah, and they rage to the raps. When I do my stream, I'm engaging with chat. They be telling me words, what was absurd when I come up to the tip of this. And when I be spitting the lines for all of the people, they know I'm ridiculous. I got you smiling, y'all know I be ripping it true. Shouts to my man who be sipping the brew. Then again, I might have called out the wrong liquid on the campaign. I can't tell if he's sipping beer or the champagne. Either way, I'ma make it known. Hey yo, the title from the awards, we take it home. I be getting busy, I'm here to kill the game. I spill the flames, I'm shining like a silver chain. H-Mac all up on it, yo, the beat, I'm about to smash this. Checking my reflection in your glasses. H-Mac, I'm out here getting paid. Like what you got on your face, I be throwing rapper shade. Yeah, and y'all know they really can't stop the verse. I don't need glasses, I need some binoculars. Cause when I look up, I be seeing so far. H-Mac getting loose, I get free with the bars. Yeah, I'm not only local, I'm global for the vocals. I'm really going postal, they see me with no bifocals. H-Mac, I'm giving them more, heart to the core. For the sunglasses, through his real glasses to the floor. He's like, I just need my ears, I don't need to see. But when I'm rhyming, I deliver imagery. I do it honest without no facade. I got them belted and the homies yelling, oh my god. When I spit, bring the passion. Mac never clashing. See, this here is a classic reaction. H-Mac, man, you know I bring the free flow. Now go ahead and make noise for this trio.
There we go. Nice.
That was pretty smooth, actually.
That was very smooth, wasn't it? It was quite just a gentle flow. He just did the same flow all the way through. Usually switches up and all that, but that was a nice. Yeah, I mean, pretty good, man. Like he's good. He's good. There's no doubt about it. He's brilliant. Right, guys, nice one. Thanks for being as race on the YouTube side. Got to flatline the YouTube side now, and we are going to head over to the Rumble to watch the movies. But till I get my coffee and that ready, once we get to the Rumble side, I'll play a song while I'm getting my coffee ready, and then we will watch the movies till everybody starts coming in, because it takes a minute for people to start coming in as well. There's the link, guys. If you want to head over to Rumble, people get lost. It's in my description of this video as well, and I'll probably make a community post of it. So thanks for joining us here. If you're not joining, I don't know why I clapped then. That's weird. That was so weird. I don't know why I did that. Thanks for joining us, guys, and I'll see you over in Rumble. If not, I'll see you in the next one tomorrow. Whatever. Bless you guys. I will play out as usual. Here, the sunset's free. It's free.
Indeed.
Indeedy. Ta-da!